Alrighty, folks, welcome to the video here today for Thursday, August 24th, 2023. Happy Thursday to you. Weekend's right around the corner. We're basically there. If you're maybe catching the sniffles, well, today's your Friday. But anyway, my name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks right here on YouTube since 2016. And if you want to see which one of these free plays on these videos that are also being featured as my premium selection, you may want to think about signing up for my $1.99 daily best play. It costs just $1.99 for 30 days of service. And during that time frame, you're going to get one premium selection from me every single day. The math works out to be just 6 cents a day. And once again, that's my premium page. The link is in the description section. I currently have over 620 members who are signed up and active on that premium page right now. And with that, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to take a look at the Nationals at the Yankees, 105 Eastern first pitch. New York's minus $1.65, totals 9. Michael King for New York, Patrick Corbin for Washington. And even though Corbin's had his fair share of rough outings, he is just 3 strikeouts shy of the century mark for the season. Now, as a team, the Nats did get the W in 3 out of their last 4 Corbin starts. They scored 29 total runs during that short stretch of games. Lane Thomas has 143 hits on the year. Joey Meneses is the team leader in RBI. They're facing a Yankee club who really has not been stellar against the National League. The Bombers are playing just .500 baseball in their divisional contests. When it comes to offensive production, the Yankees really struggle at the plate in the Bronx. They're averaging only 7.1 hits a game in Yankee Stadium. Rizzo and McKinney are out for the Pinstripers. Stone Garrett doubtful for Washington. The Nats are 11-6 of the under against American League opponents on the road. They also saw the under cash in 2 out of their last 3 Patrick Corbin starts. Give me the Nationals plus 1.5, under 9. Next ball game, Rockies Rays, 1:10 p.m. East. Tampa Bay is minus 240, totals 8.5. Erasmo Ramirez for Tampa Bay. That's Ramirez for Tampa Bay. Lambert for Colorado. Lambert's just 3 and 4. No, we're going to get this right. Erasmo Ramirez, Tampa Bay. Lambert, Colorado. Lambert, 3 and 4 in the year. ERA in the 5s. Rockies, 30 games below 500. And they really struggle at the plate on the road. Colorado's averaging fewer runs per game away from home than any other franchise in the National League. They're taking on a Tampa squad who won their last 3 straight, and they've really pounded the baseball over the past week or so. The Rays average over 9.4 runs a game in their last 6 outings. Yandy Diaz, he has the 4th highest batting average in the majors, 7th highest OPS average. Meanwhile, Isaac Paredes, he is currently the team leader in RBI. Now, pitching-wise, these Rays hurlers have been tough to hit against. They're allowing just 7.7 hits a game. Margot and Walls are still out for Tampa. Chris Bryant still inactive for Colorado. The Rockies have gone 8-2 to the over in their last 10 ball games. The Rays have seen their last 4 at the Trop get over the total. Give me Tampa Bay minus 1.5. Over 8.5. Next ball game, Red Sox, Astros, 2:10 p.m. East. Houston's minus $1.25, totals 9. JP France for Houston, Brian Bello for Boston. And even though Bayo's been solid this year, the Bo Sox do have problems at the dish against Houston. They're averaging under 3.6 runs a game in their last 10 meetings with the Astros. So if you're into historical trends, certainly want to think about that one there. Now, the Red Sox also have a losing record against American League competition on the road. They're going to have to face JP France, who's been real good for the Astros this year. The righty's 9-4 with an ERA in the 2s. When it comes to offensive production, the Astros are a top 5 run-producing team in the American League. Kyle Tucker's got the 2nd most RBI in the majors, 8th in OPS. Meanwhile, Jose Altuve is batting .317 with an OPS in the 900s. Yordan Alvarez is questionable for the Astros. Adam Duvall's questionable for the Bo Sox. 7 out of Boston's last 9 road games did get over the total. The Astros went 7-3 to the over in their last 10. Give me Houston minus $1.25, over 9. Next matchup, Dodgers Guardians, 2:40 p.m. East. The LA Dodgers are minus $1.25, totals 9. Ryan Pepio for the Dodgers, Gavin Williams for Cleveland. Now, Williams does have an ERA of 3.02 along with a 1.21 whip. These Guardians pitchers have also been very tough to hit against at Progressive Field. They're allowing fewer runs per 9 than any other pitching staff in baseball at home. Now, they're facing a Dodger club who lost 2 out of their last 4, and that includes an 8-3 loss just last night to Cleveland. And for some reason, these typically good Dodger pitchers, well, they actually don't throw well on the road. They're allowing 5 runs a game in their travels this year, and they're actually in the bottom 10 in road hits allowed. That could be a problem come postseason time. They're going to have to get that squared away. You got to be able to pitch on the road. Martinez and DeLuca are out for Los Angeles. Naylor and Fry inactive for Cleveland. The Dodgers have gone a staggering 13-2 to the over in their last 15 interleague road games. They're also 28-7 to the over in all of their games against the American League. Give me the Guardians plus 105, over 9. Next ball game, Cubs Pirates, 7:05 East. Chicago's $1.65 on the road, totals 9 runs. Justin Steele for Chicago. No confirmed starter yet for the Pirates. I've had conflicting information on the starter. Sites saying one thing, other sites saying the other thing, sportsbook saying another thing. So I don't know who's starting for the Pirates, but I actually don't care because regardless of who they start, they're probably not going to get any run support here today. The Pirates are in the bottom 3 in the National League in hits per game. And in their last 10 meetings with the Cubs, the Pirates have been held to under 3.1 runs a game. Now, they're also going to have to face Justin Steele, who's just been absolutely dynamic this year. The lefty's 14-3 with the Cubs with an ERA in the 2s. The Cubs have also been dangerous at the dish. They're a top 5 run-producing team. Cody Bellinger's got the 5th highest batting average in the majors, 6th in OPS. Meanwhile, Nico Hoerner's the team leader in hits. Now, the Cubs saw their last 5 straight Justin Steele starts get over the total. They scored a staggering 47 total runs during that short span of games. Now, the Cubs also saw their last 5 straight road games get over the total themselves. Give me the Cubs minus $1.65, over 9. All right, next matchup, little divisional game here. AL East action. Blue Jays, Orioles, 7:05 Eastern first pitch. Very important games here in that tight AL East. Baltimore's minus $1.20 at home, totals 9 runs. Kyle Gibson for the O's, Jose Barrios for Toronto. Now, Barrios is just 1 win shy of double digits for the season. The righty's punched out 140 batters, and he also has an ERA in the low 3s. Now, Toronto's also pounding the baseball away from the dome. These guys average more hits a game on the road than any other club besides one. Bo Bichette's got the 6th highest batting average in the majors, club leader in hits. Meanwhile, George Springer's the team leader in runs scored. Now, they're facing Kyle Gibson on the other side of things, who's certainly allowed his fair share of runs. I know the record's good. Dozen wins on the year. What is it, 12-7? But don't let that record fool you because, he gets hit around. The righty's got a 4.97 ERA, 1.34 whip. That could be problematic if these guys get into the postseason. Gibson might be that Achilles heel in that rotation. Might want to think about putting them in the bullpen. But anyway, these Baltimore pitchers, as a whole, as an entire unit, they've been shaky at Camden Yards. They're actually in the bottom 10 in the bigs in home hits allowed. McCann and Frazier are questionable for the O's. Baltimore went 60% to the over in their last 10. They're also 23-17 to the over against divisional opponents. Give me Toronto plus $1, over 9. Next contest, Rangers Twins, 7:10 p.m. East. Minnesota's minus $1.25, totals 8.5. Pablo Lopez for Minnesota, Andrew Heaney for Texas. Heaney's 9-6 with 122 strikeouts. Once again, Heaney's 9-6 on the season with 122 strikeouts. And as pitiful as the Rangers have been, they're still averaging more runs a game than any other lineup in the American League. Adolis Garcia's got the 4th most RBI in the Bigs, 8th most home runs. Corey Seager hits .343 with an OPS in the thousands. They're facing a Minnesota club who dropped 3 out of their last 4, and they really don't hit well. They actually strike out more times per contest than any other franchise in baseball. And in their last 10 meetings with the Rangers, the Twins have been held to just 3.8 runs a game. Buxton, Castro, Gordon, Kirilloff, and Miranda are still out for Minnesota. Josh Young still inactive for Texas. And oddly enough, 6 out of Minnesota's last 10 ball games did get over the total. Meanwhile, Texas went 60% to the over in their last 10 Andrew Heaney starts. Give me the Rangers plus 105, over 8.5. Next game, A's, White Sox, 8:10 Eastern first pitch. Chicago's minus $1.45, totals 9.5. Jesse Schultens for Chicago, Ken Waldichuk for Oakland. Now, Waldy's recorded just 2 wins in 105 innings. The lefty's 2-7 with a 5.91 ERA. The A's also have a league worst 91 losses on the year, and they score the fewest amount of runs. They're facing Jesse Schultens, who's got himself an ERA in the 3s. The White Sox have also done a nice job at the plate against Oakland. These guys averaged 6 runs a game in their last 10 gatherings with the A's. Andrew Benintendi's the club leader in hits. Luis Robert has the most RBI. 4 out of Schulten's last 5 starts did fall under the total. Give me the White Sox minus 145, under 9.5. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final breakdown for the video. It's going to be in that Reds-Diamondbacks game, 9:40 p.m. East. Arizona's minus $1.60 at home, totals 9 runs. Merrill Kelly for Arizona, Brandon Williamson for Cincinnati. Now, Williamson does have a winning record along with a 1.26 whip. Of course, as a team, the Reds won their last 3 straight. It was a sweep over the Angels, and they looked pretty unstoppable in the box. They hit very well. Spencer Steer's the team leader in hits. Matt McLain's batting .297. And oh yeah, the guy who strikes out a lot, Ellie De La Cruz, he did have 6 RBI yesterday. Very impressive game for him. Now, they're facing an Arizona club who hasn't played well for their starter, Merrill Kelly. They actually took the loss in 4 out of their last 5 Merrill Kelly starts, and they actually got shut out multiple times during that stretch. Now, these Diamondback pitchers also have struggled at Chase Field. They're in the bottom 5 in hits allowed per game at home. Casali, India, and Fraley are still out for Cincy. 3 out of the Reds' last 5 road games did get over the total. Arizona went 60% to the over in their last 10. Give me the Reds plus 1.5, over 9. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our quick pick recap. Give me the Nationals plus 1.5, under 9. Tampa Bay Rays minus 1.5, over 8.5. Houston Astros minus $1.25, over 9 runs. I have a package on my premium page that's just $1.99 for 30 days of service. The link is in my bio. Cleveland Guardians plus 105, over 9. Chicago Cubs minus 165, over 9. Blue Jays plus $1, over 9 runs. Rangers plus 105, over 8.5. White Sox minus 145, under 9.5. With my next and final free pick, give me the Reds plus 1.5, over 9.